Hey, it's o2manyfish. It's mid-January, running the tank under Windex right now. Nighttime, I've done some little changes to it. For those that watch the tank regularly on the webcam, I have added the the waterproof LED strips from, was it Waveline? I've been using the blue ones to accent and extend the light beyond the canopy on the tank. So as you can see here, I have the Waveline LED tubes and I roll it over. It's got a really cool blue spectrum. And so been using the blues on the end of the tank because I can bring the color all the way out to the end instead of just the center where the tank is. So it's really made a big difference in the presentation of the tank. The really nice thing about these Waveline lights is this part. Yeah, they're waterproof. Both ends. Over again. So still putting out our cool Windex light, but fully submerged and not dangerous. There they are. Wave point, not Waveline. T8 wave point. They come in various lengths. As you can see, they're the same size as an old style fluorescent tube. So if you've got, like me, or you've got the canopy ring, they kind of disappear really easy there, and you still have the hood above the tank. So it's bringing that light all the way out to the end, where before, with the Radions, which I don't think have great spread to begin with, only the light's coming to here. Now I'm coming down the front of the tank. Now, yes, I am having to clean algae a lot more, but the tank looks better. And then a couple weeks ago, I tried using a combination blue and white one on the back wall. And so now, if you look at some of the old videos where back in here was just had cool corals and stuff and really gave you a depth of field, now it's lit up. And the corals are liking it. We pulled out, there was a big blue acro there about here that the torch was on top of, and with the help of my Izzy, because my shoulders are still messed up, we pulled that out. And so now from, where's my finger, here, all the way back, we have 4 feet all the way to the back wall there. When the torches are flowing, it's pretty good. And so if I step back and stop talking about the tank and show it to you, we're looking pretty good. Pretty good. If you didn't see my, I think I only posted it as a Facebook reel, the bobbit worm we were hunting, I think we might have caught. We disassembled, broke down the new frag tank a couple weekends ago. When I pulled out the frag rack, we found a 4.5, maybe 5 foot bobbit worm underneath the rack. The bobbit worm, now named Bob Ross, is with Rich Ross, Mr. Reef Beef, up in San Francisco. It should be arriving today or tomorrow in the real world, not the place everybody lives out there on computers. So it's got a new home, and I'm hoping it's the one that I've been hunting for in the 750. Now, odds of it going out of the 750 over the overflow, underground for 100 feet of plumbing, through the MRC filter roller, through an Abyss A200 pump, into the frag tank, without going into a bunch of bits, you know, the odds aren't there. However, I've had lots of wrasses and baby bang guys. Lots of them go through that exact same plumbing system without any damage at all. So hopefully, we've been looking, we haven't seen any other bobbits, but they're so freaking elusive. I mean, yes, it's a 750 gun tank, but there was a 5 foot worm in here eating thousands of dollars of fish, and we didn't even know about it until about 4 months ago. Check out the video on that. The thing is just ugly as can be. And then, strangely enough, last Saturday, overnight, I guess I had a pair of flame hawks we've had for like 4 years. I guess they got a little frisky. In the morning, both of them had jumped out of the tank. After 3 years in the tank, both were on the floor in the morning. Very, very sad. With the help of a friend, we actually picked up a pair earlier today, and so they're lurking somewhere. And then the awesome guys at Sea and Reef helped us restock what was on the Bobbit menu with their Pseudochromises. And so we've, see if we can, probably not gonna, oh, here's a radiant wrasse that vanished. And when I drained the overflow to install a new 1.5 C-stroll that I rebuilt, I found this guy in the bottom of the overflow, also with a giant blue tank, and with about 6 inches of not fish crap, but just mud, like nastiest smelling stuff ever. We had to, everything it touched, like it just reeks. It doesn't even wash out. So we got rid of about 40 pounds of mud from the overflow back there behind my wife's firefish. You can see the overflow teeth. That overflow is almost 40 gallons. When we drained it, I checked the sump before adding water back to the system, and that was about 40 gallons. This guy, if I get quiet, let's see if I piss him off. His barking has gotten just insane. This Imperator, when he wants something, especially food, we can hear him all the way on the other side of the house. So he barks through 1.5 inch acrylic. Loud, really loud. It sounds like someone's knocking at the door sometimes. What else is going on here? Bellis angels. We added a little baby Bellis angel. Female. She was outside for a couple weeks to get acclimated. This is our original female. And there's our male, who is, geez, I mean, he's just, if he turns, look at this splimp. That's an angelfish. He's just massive. And so I picked up this little female, and she went in, and there's some of the pseudos going crazy. Where is she going? She just went into the tank with, she was on the backside of Jake's Rock. No issue at all. And so she was outside eating in the frag tank for a couple days. Easy going, and put her in here, no problems. I also started collecting a bunch of arrow crabs to hopefully deal with all the different planaria and acroporean flatworms and stuff. We're just become a cesspool whorehouse of aquarium pests. I'm terrified of using the flatworm exit again because of the disaster it was last time. If I hold the camera steady enough and we go to these mushrooms, I mean, you can see the population of planaria in here is pretty crazy. And they're everywhere there. And so I don't want to see loss again. To the degree to which we had it before, the last time, which was just so devastating. Our collection of gonnies has been doing really good, other than they get bounced all over the place. I don't know. Fish are doing really good. Corals are coming in, hits and misses, as always. But hey, that's the name of the game, right? Now, our collection of assessors. Let's see. It's night. It's late here. It's almost just past midnight when I'm recording this. So you can see the one big assessor back there. There's about 8 assessors. The one that's right there next to, I don't know if you can, it's hard to see. We're talking about blackfish, and he's about 3 feet away. That's one of the medium-sized ones. There's a couple giants. And then, let's see if he's out. This guy showed up. And where are you, buddy? And so there is a little, and I never get, if you watch my videos, I never can keep McNeil's and Randall straight. And Jake would flog me for that. Anyways, there's a little blue assessor that started popping out of the rock over here. And he's just over 1 inch. So I think he was born in the tank. We spotted all 3 of the golden angels in the last couple days while doing some tank maintenance. Not gold flakes, the goldens. There's a big yellow assessor, which you don't get to see. There's actually about a dozen of those guys. Come on. I hate when I'm talking about something that goes out of focus. There's about a dozen giant assessors like that in the tank. Big Sally Lightfoot cruising around under there. See how our side boob's looking tonight. Got a lot of colors in there. And then we, if you've ever seen Panamanian or Panama Barnacle Blennies, I love these fish. A couple months back, Elliot from Golden State Corals helped me get a couple dozen of them because they're really tiny, especially in a big tank like this, but they got the greatest personalities. And they settled in and they were getting homes and doing great everywhere. And then I'm guessing after like 2 weeks of them just being popping out all over the tank, in 10 days they just all vanished. So my thought is either the mantis shrimp or the bobbit went hunting and devoured them. We just put them in the last 24 hours, so spotting this at this point will be difficult. And then, big tank. I'm a little fish guy. I found at one of the wholesalers similar to a tail spot blenny, but he's not. So we have a group of tail spot blennies that are living over here. And so if we look underneath the rock, you can see there's one right there living underneath the base of the acro. In the middle of the Kung Pao, do you see that hole behind? Of course, there's always a fish in the way. Behind the Bangai. So they keep that hole open. That hole actually goes underneath here and out to where that guy is. So there's 3 or 4 of the tail, just regular tail spot blennies, which are so fun. There's another one that's living underneath here, and they're either hanging out or chasing each other. And so I came across this other type of tail spot. He's got a black body rather than the brown. He's got some silver polka dots, but he has 2 bright yellow. So there's one just good old fashioned tail spot. And you can see he's got the black dot on his tail. This guy's got 2 yellow tails. And so he's been living up here on the very top. He was actually living under this acro in the center, but he sits on top of this little acro and perches like a hawk. He gets chased by the other ones occasionally, but he's neat. I like finding neat things that are different. The blue stripe pipefish have been super visible lately. Like even during the day, for the first time ever, I saw one feeding out front on the other side. Oh, here we go. Here we go. All right, so big emperor otter, bark, bark, bark. He didn't bark, but I'm imagining it. And then let's go down here. Okay, so we got pretty mushroom, snail shell, and look at the base of the snail shell. So this is the barnacle blenny. And once they find a home, usually it's in a cave, not sitting on the bottom like this. He's out. They'll never leave. In my old 400 gallon, I had one that found a hole in a rock, and the acropora actually closed over the hole. And so there was just enough water to go in to feed him, and you could see his head, but he couldn't get out, and he was in there for a long time. If I can be steady, stop talking, and get the camera in here, if you can get a good macro shot of these guys, they have a mouth that looks like a freaking piranha. Now remember, we're shooting through 1.5 inch acrylic using a cell phone right now at night under full blues. But so you're not getting a full color shot of them. I just think they're neat. I mean, they find a home, they live there, they have this attitude like they're just crazy psycho killers, but nobody, I mean, let's pull back. Let's get perspective on this guy. That's a mushroom that he's living under. Oh, there's a bigger one. See how cool that was? Now there's 2. But if we pull back and pull back and pull back and pull back, I mean, we didn't go back that far. Oh, and then look, right here in front of the tank, right here under the snail shell. Okay, like you like little fish. If you think you want to have a big nano tank, here's a 750 tank. That guy's living underneath the Astrea snail. Let's see if I can get through. And look at that. Aren't you proud of me, Ken Gray? I've been cleaning my Coraline. And where'd he go? Behind a snail. And he's eating. Real good. My buddy Izzy sees this because he helped me acquire these guys. I mean, let's go back here. Let's make sure. Okay, can you see him anymore? Can you see him? Can you see him? And so the reef has gotten to a point now. It's really cool because, I mean, 10 feet long, and we were just studying right there where those mushrooms are, and we found just those 3 little barnacle blennies there. And if it wasn't nighttime, especially hunting mantis shrimp and bobbit worms for the last couple of months, trying to find something in this tank that you want to find is mind-blowing because everybody wants to be in the picture, especially if you're using a flashlight. So let's say we've got this great big tank. We'll say pick a point, pick a point, pick a point, pick a point, and we're gonna go. Let's see, we're gonna go over here, and we're gonna look right here where the red Gonzo is. Okay, who's closed up, and we're just gonna look at this one spot, and let's see how many fish come through this one area. Okay, so right up there, that's one of the new flame hawks that just came in tonight, sitting there. Oh, now there's a cleaner wrasse in the shot. And we should get, who's else going to pop in there? We've got a little spring-eyed damsel right there. There's a Kupang damsel right there. Now there's an Antheus in the shot. There's a big hippo watching us. Okay, I mean, we're not going far. We're all within 4 or 5 inches. in the tank. And it's gotten to the point now, look, there's another damsel living in that little cave. And if we come down, we got a big Bangai holding babies right here at the bottom of the rock. And there's somebody else living, hanging out next to him. And it's just everywhere there's life. And I think that's just so cool. When you know, big perspective of what we've got here. And the thing is just packed with life. So I'm enjoying it. Not happy with it, but yeah, if you're at the hobby at this point still, you're never happy with it. But it is looking cool. My wife and I have really been enjoying it. So anyways, it's Thursday night. Well, actually, no, it's past midnight. It's Friday. So I hope everybody has a good happy hour coming. There's one of our new flame hawks. New arrival today, just hanging out right there. I wonder where his mate is. Hopeful future mate. And let's see. I think the last thing we'll look at is this Galaxia. I know everybody hates Galaxia. This Galaxia I picked up a couple years ago because the color is just insane on it. I'm not juicing the colors or anything. It's picking up the white light from the white stick on the back wall of the tank that we were talking about earlier. But just so, everybody loves their torches. Can you see those stinging tentacles coming out of that? When he's really hungry, he took out part of the torch that was over here. From here to here. It's like about 16 inches off that little guy. And when I bought him, I bought two because I just thought, I knew I was going to keep him isolated. As you can see, he's on the big spire rock. Come around here to give you some 3D. I had to start putting Calquaster on the top edge because he was getting close to the chalice. I was hoping he was going to grow down, but he keeps growing up. I bought two. This is 3 years ago now, and one of them vanished. And lo and behold, I found it living on the bottom years later. Look, no, barnacle bunny. This is an orange Galaxia, so we're really stoked about this. There's a little Veritex living underneath there. You know, we're in this again, one little spot right here. Flame Angel, Anthias, Damsel, Venustus, another Anthias, Bangai, Talbot, Fat Bellis in just one spot. It's so much fun. Thank God you don't have to sit there and figure out how much they are. And then we're going to drop down here. I keep saying it's going to be the last thing, and I just keep talking away and just watch these guys for a minute. I don't care what size tank you have, unless you're Andrew. And Andrew keeps telling me he has all these little fish hidden somewhere in the 17,000 gallon, but I never see them on the videos. Considering Andrew, he'll go, oh, those are cool, and build a 9,000 gallon tank just for the little guy, everybody under 2 inches. But these are great. I mean, any size aquarium. They last a long time, too. It's not like, oh, they went in, in the last couple of days and they'll be gone. If I put a dozen in, actually today I only put 10, and no, there's no bobbit worms, in a year or two, I'll probably still have 8+ of them. And when you're talking about tank this size with the number of fish in here that even though they're not aggressive but have mouths that can eat them, that's pretty good to keep that. And let's see how maybe we'll get really lucky tonight. We can't. So living as cool as that little tiny fish is over there, underneath this shelf, behind the mushrooms, there is not one but 2 Trimigobies alive. Now we're talking about a fish that full grown is not even an inch, but they're in there doing real well. So I got to shut up now. I'll just keep going forever. Anyways, I hope you guys all have a great weekend. And if you got questions, you want to see something special, the webcams are up and running. So come on in. You can look at the art around the house and have a great one.